Warning, this video is exceptionally long. Pause now, go and get some drinks, some snacks, go to the bathroom, and then return and enjoy as we build a Wemos D1 Mini powered sunset lamp that has NeoPixels that can be any colour what we want. This video is about 17 minutes long. The raw video is about 90 minutes to 2 hours, and it's taken me the best part of 4 hours just to edit this together. Hence it's so late. But hey, have fun, happy holidays. See you later. Okay, I've been to One Beyond. Yeah, never been before. I got some some excellent electronics equipment to take apart. This is something Big Clive got me onto. A mood projection sunset lamp. Boost your mood and improve sleep quality. It also is social media ready. Yeah. USB powered lamp basically, with some coloured plastics to simulate gels that you'd use to simulate colours that has to be projected. It comes as a kit. It's not difficult to build. You've got the actual main unit, which has USB connection on the floor at the minute, and you've got it's metal, probably aluminium or aluminum for all my American viewers. Hello. That's metal as well, and inside is a Cree LED. Easy to get into. Unscrew top. Take out this. It is plastic. I was thinking glass. There's the gels, the plastics. You get yellow, green, purple. So let's just get a purple one out now. Purple. Pop it on. Pop the glass on. The glass. Screw it into place. Screw it back and then screw it down so you don't cross thread. And then I'll plug it into the bench power supply. 5 volts. It's also got a power switch as well. That's nice. Okay, so that's on. You can see it better than me actually. Turn your overhead lights off so you can see how it works. And that's a pretty decent bit of light. Let's go to face cam. Oh yeah. And it's a subtle glow. We'll give it that. I think this was about £5 again, 4 or 5 quid. I like it. It's a good piece of kit, but just having one colour LED is a bit boring for me. I like multicoloured stuff. So let's just take this off. Take off the plastic. A tiny little LED there. So it chucks out a nice bit of light. It's useful, so I'll keep it. But I thought, what makes things better? Well, what makes things better are NeoPixels. So I went into the bin, not literally, just got a box full of LEDs there, and got one of these, a 1 watt LED. This is a NeoPixel. So my idea is, plop that in there, run the cables down the central shaft, and have in the base a Wemos D1 Mini. The Wemos D1 Mini will be running WLED, so I can control the colour brightness of that LED remotely through a web browser. So I'm going to be removing this carefully, so when I use it again, and then put in that, run the cables down here so we can see it's hollow. So I should be able to run some cables down there and make it all pretty. Now this is, as I say, it's a nice piece of kit because it all just screws together. Right, so there's that on there. Let's put that on there. There we go. It's a nice little lamp. It has a foam pad as well to stick in the base so that, you can keep it weighted down, I'm guessing, but that should be fine. Yeah, so first job, desolder that LED off. So I'm going to desolder the wires first, pull the wires out the way, so just getting in the way right now. Then find out a way to desolder that LED. So, bear with me, one moment please. Today's soldering iron is the Finersi HS01, a favourite of mine. It's got a nice chunky feel to it, it can throw out the heat, USB-C powered, and only about 20 or 30 quid. It's a contender for me for the best soldering iron I've used. Let's get in this and stop messing around, and let's see what we've got here. We have 2 wires, so let's just carefully desolder that one. There we go. That's them both off, and let's just give it a quick wipe, and that's still hot, so be careful there, Les. Let's have a look at what we've got here. We have, looks like it's got thermal paste to stick it down, so I'm just going to remove this out of the way for the moment so I don't damage it. Will it spudger off? Carefully spudger off. Let's try the spudger. I'm guessing it's stuck down tight. I may need to bring out the hot air workstation for this one. Okay, so I'm using the Yahoo 938BD Plus I hot air workstation, which I reviewed at Tom's Hardware. I've got the temperature set to 350. and the airflow is about 50% on this one. So let's try and heat up some of this glue that's on here. I'm not here to try and melt solder off this, I want to remove this and keep it. I need to bump up temperature, go into 400. Remember everyone, 400 degrees C, so hot. Also Les, remember it's 400 degrees, so it's hot. Don't burn yourself like you normally do with stuff like this. Put that back in the cradle. Don't touch this bit. That is well and truly in. Welcome to Les Heat Stuff. Just increasing the speed to about 60% now. Right, let's try now. Off, there we go. That took a bit of doing. Pair of pliers to pull that out with. That's going to be scorching hot still, so let's give that a wide berth. So, that's now clear. That should fit in. Yeah, that's quite good, that. So we've kept the LED. Bingo. We'll put that away somewhere and we'll use it another day, or just not one day. You never know. That's the Greg's lorry going past. So we've got that there. So how do I secure it in place? Well, I can glue it. That's one way. But I need to put a thermal pad on as well, because it does get warm. Yeah, still red hot. Okay, so I have connected this Wemos D1 Mini, which I picked up years ago now. Possibly the first maker event, maybe the second. Cheap and cheerful. They're basically ESP8266. There's nothing special about them, but they are fantastic little boards. They're old, they're not fast, but they get so much done so easily. Do yourself a favour, get some. Especially for this. So I'm going to go to the other camera now. And we've got install.WLED.me. This is an interactive installer all on the web to install WLED onto, well, Wemos D1. So I'm going to click on install. Now you can't see this because for some reason the capture can't see it. But when I click on install, it's going to bring up a dialog that says, where is your device connected? And I know it's on USB serial COM16. I'm on a Windows machine here. So I'm going to click on COM16 and click connect. And here we go, it's saying, what do you want to do? Well, I want to install WLED. So I'm going to click on that. Do you want to install on device? Yes. And if I go to the overhead camera, you can see the little light is flashing. There you are, just a very slight flash every so often just here. That's proving that it's on. 26% done already. 31, 33, 36. So this is flashing WLED straight to this Wemos D1 Mini. I don't have to do any messing around with COM ports or anything like that. Just say where it is and it'll do it for me. Awesome. That's why I love WLED, it just works. Easy peasy. There we go, install's done. So configuring Wi-Fi. So it's going to ask me for my network, and this is where I type in the details. Connect, device is connected to my Wi-Fi network. And I can then open up another browser page and control it. So I can have different colours, different animations, that sort of thing. Easy, really easy. So there's the config, Wi-Fi setup, LED preferences. So you can set custom power profiles for the LEDs. You can see which ones you've got, what order they're in, how many you've got. So this is where I've got a quandary. Because originally I was going to use the thing that's now on the desk and I can't find it because there's so much stuff on this desk right now. Where did I put it? Oh, yeah, it's here. I was thinking that's a 1 watt LED NeoPixel, but there's only one NeoPixel there. So yes, I can have any colour that I want, but I can't do animations. So I thought, hang on, what about this? So this fits in, watch this. How beautiful that is. If I desolder those little pins there, I can stick it in. And I haven't got the issue of heat, because they're not as, well, not going to generate as much heat. So I can stick them down quite easily. And then run the cables all the way down to the Wemos D1 at the bottom. I think I'm going to try that. So we'll do a test fit with that. So what I'm going to do is desolder those pins and run some wires across. I need to go and get some wire now from my box of bits. So this is a section where I'm inserting wires from the base of the lamp all the way up to the head of the lamp. These wires are going to carry the data, white, power, so 5 volts, red, and ground, green, from the Wemos D1 Mini all the way up to the NeoPixels. The reason why you're hearing the audio like this as a voiceover is because someone forgot to plug in their microphone. Les, you'll notice that I feed the wire through the base of the lamp, but the lamp has been disassembled. When it gets to the knuckle joint, the aperture sort of gets smaller. So what I did was take it all apart, feed the wires through separately, and then when it gets to the knuckle joint, feed them through separately again. Then when it gets to the head joint, I can just pull them through. I also put a small knot in the end of the wires at the head so that they can't pull through again. Okay, so for this bit, I've undone the knots in the wires. I've stripped the ends using wire strippers, twisted them, soldered them so they're tinned, and then I'm going to solder them to the NeoPixel ring using the correct colour code again: red for 5 volts, green for ground, white for data. And now voiceover Les is done. He will return to the past where Les was soldering up a Wemos D1 Mini. Okay, the wires are tinned. There we go. And I've got the Wemos D1 Mini now with me. So I need to connect 3 wires: 5 volt, ground, and D4, which is GPIO 2 for the ESP8266 there. So I'm making 3 connections. So red, green, white. What I'm going to do is just tin the pads and tack the wires on. Not the best way of doing it, but the only way I've got right now. Okay, so white is data. Data is on. Green is ground. And solder that in place. And again, bit of a snip there. That went somewhere over there. We'll find out later. And give the end of the iron a quick wipe. Unplug it. Put it to one side. It's still at 350 degrees. I don't fancy burning myself today. And we should be good to go. Okay, just had to turn the camera off a second so I could put my eyes on. I wasn't wearing my glasses for most of that, so some of it may not be in focus, so apologies. That's working. We have Wemos D1 Mini controlling LEDs inside there. I'm going to set the LEDs to green. Bingo. GRB format. We got green LEDs. So, let me just assemble this in some sort of mock way so we can see how it should work. One moment please. Okay, it's been mere seconds for you, but for me it's been about 20 minutes of a couple of swears, a wire coming loose, the cross threading happening on this, and I had to slightly put a bit of pressure on to make it work, but it works. I've set it to green. I'm going to go for pinky purple because I quite like that colour. Yeah, like that. I'm going to go to the face cam, turn off the overhead lights, and we can see purple. We can see if I get it in shot. Alright, let's do chase rainbow. We can see that one. There we go. And I can shine that in my face and make pretty lights. So we have a WLED controlled now sunset light. Right, now I need to wrap the base of this in Kapton tape. So that, well, wrap the Wemos D1 Mini in Kapton tape so it doesn't short. In there it won't short because he's pointing at it, but it's not on camera. In there, the LED ring is held in place at the top by this plastic lens, and at the base the wires sort of protrude out a little bit, but it's the wire casing that sticks out rather than the wires. It's not going to short, but I will keep an eye on that. But yeah, let's get some Kapton tape on that Wemos D1 and stick it in the base somehow. We'll work it out. Okay, there is enough Kapton tape on this to make it bulletproof. Never mind electrically isolated. It also looks like some of the wrappers from Quality Street, which is very Christmassy. And I had to find the end of the roll on the Kapton tape, so yeah, again Christmassy. I'm going to place this in the base neatly, like so. I'm going to use this to isolate it from the base. Okay, as you can see from the desk, there's been some gluing involved. I've glued the base in, glued the polystyrene base, glued in the Wemos D1 Mini, and yeah, used parts of super glue and parts of Loctite all purpose. Super glue instant grab, Loctite it's going to give me the grab later on when I need it, actual mechanical grab. So that's in place now. I'm just going to plug in a USB micro cable here, or micro USB or something like that. Okay, so right now I've got the cable like this. Now I'm going to put on the black base, this thing, which is adhesive in its own right, which should seal everything in place and make it look pretty. So bear with me. This is where you need 7 pairs of hands, and this should hide a few sins. Bingo. It is done. So let's plug in some power. Make sure I've just missed that bit of glue there. That would be a travesty if I hit that. In fact, let's use that to wipe it up. I'd like to say thank you for the gentleman or person driving past on a motorbike. You've just won the Soul of the Month award. It's on, you can see it just there. Click on green, I'm going to click on pink, and we'll go to, what was the one before? Pixel Wave. Lovely. Let's see, rainbow, that's always a nice one to look at. There we are. We've converted the One Beyond, that's the name of the company, we've converted the One Beyond lamp from being just a sunshine lamp into being a NeoPixel lamp with WLED control. Wasn't that easy? He lies through his teeth. That took the best part of an hour and 30 minutes to get that to work. A few issues along the way, so first issue primarily being desoldering the LED from in there, which was a Luxian Star, if I remember rightly. It took a bit of heat with the hot air reworkstation and it still took a bit of pressure to get out, so you may scratch inside the case, so be careful. Then we had to strip the wires, feed them through, tin them, solder them up to the LEDs, run them through, cut, strip, tin, solder to the Wemos D1 Mini. On the Wemos D1 Mini we'd flash WLED, so that was there ready to go, and then we just made sure we connected to the right pins, stuck it all down with enough glue, and Bob's your uncle. We're working. Yeah, so that's today's project done. That was a short one, wasn't it? Anyway, see you later.